Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Devo and you are tuned in to Love and Logic. So this is part 3 of episode 49, Pop the Balloon or Find Love. And I'm going to go ahead and go over the next group of people. Sorry the uploads are a little bit slower. Had a couple things to take care of the past day or so. But part 1 and 2 were already up, and let's see what we can do with this one now. I'm going to try and keep the everything a little bit more tight as far as time, because these videos have been kind of running longer.
Okay, let's bring out our next single guy.
I'm really bad at remembering the names too. I keep calling the one in pink Kiki Palmer.
Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
Endrick.
Endrick?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and how old are you?
I'm 30.
And what do you do?
I'm a government contractor. I work in IT.
Okay, cool. What are some things you like to do for fun?
I call myself an adventurous guy.
Okay.
I love being outdoors, having fun, thrill seeker. That's it.
Okay. And what do you look for in a woman?
I look for somebody who's mature, emotionally intelligent, you know, such as like, they know how to deal with their traumas, their feelings, you know, and things like that.
Good luck, sir. Now, emotional intelligence is super important. I almost want to say it's one of the most important things. It's something that a lot of people don't work on enough these days, men and women. Knowing who you are, how you react to certain things, if you're still reacting to things of the past, you know, all that stuff really matters. We are, you know, the sum of, you know, our parts, right? The things in the past help create us currently. And I get it. Some people live way harsher lives or have, you know, worse experiences than others. But unfortunately, that's kind of life. You know, you gotta, I ain't saying, you know, fucking suck it up, but almost, or get over it before you start trying to incorporate another person into your life. Because all you end up doing is bleeding over onto that person. And sometimes you ruin something that could have been long lasting. It's not even like forever. A lot of people have met their forever person and flat out ruined it. Right? Have you ever heard someone say something like, "Oh my God, you're too perfect for me," or some shit like that? You're like, what does that even mean? Like, how? If I find somebody I think is too perfect, I'm gonna do my damnedest to keep them, not get rid of them because I don't deserve it. Like, who? Like what? I don't know. I'm just saying. And sometimes it could just be an excuse. You don't want a person, but then if that's the case, just be real. You're not saving anybody's feelings by telling them some bullcrap. The best thing you can do is tell somebody the truth, right? However, as I was saying, get over your own issues first. You gotta love yourself before someone else can love you, or before you can allow someone else to love you. Basically, at least that's how I feel about it. Emotional intelligence.
Okay. And now what are some of your deal breakers?
More than one kid. If you're too ratchet, you don't know how to turn it on and off.
Okay.
You know, just know how to turn it on and off. Don't do it too much, you know. I like to have fun too.
All right. Sounds good.
But fun doesn't have to equate to ratchet. He said know how to turn it on and off. I'm thinking like, when does it ever need to be on? When does ratchetness ever need to be in the mix? Like, I'm talking about like the Cardi B, all that extra shit y'all like to do, like literally twerking and shit. Like, when is that ever actually necessary? Like, when did that become like a woman's just fucking favorite pastime or things to do? And he ain't doing it for men. You would think that throwing your ass would be like something to do to attract a man, but y'all just do that shit because it don't even attract men. You would think that's what it was for, right? Until we told y'all that unless you're in a strip club, we really ain't into that. If your woman is at the crib throwing ass for you, absolutely. What you mean? Shit. Damn right. But not some random motherfucking chick in the store, like where kids and shit at, because it ain't even just the act of throwing your ass. It's like the situation, potentially, like your atmosphere, like your surroundings. Where are you? Are you in a grocery store? Some of y'all be in Walmart throwing ass like you in a motherfucking strip club. Like, what? It's kids in here. Like, it's old folks in here. It's people in here who don't want to see that, who ain't got no interest in that whatsoever. And the people who might be interested in it, you most likely ain't even interested in. So, whatever. I just don't understand why ratchetness has to be fun, right? Why is that the only source of fun? Like, find something else.
Good. So we have not got any pop balloons. Let me hand you a pic. Hold on to that. And there's only 5 ladies, so let me have you just pop one.
Sure, you're making
Just
it
one
like she
balloon.
go, man.
I know you thought I was gonna skip this part, huh?
This
Go ahead,
is early.
just pop one.
Okay.
Bro, you don't get to talk to nobody. You can't talk to nobody first? That's crazy. Like, why you gotta pop a balloon before you even talk to somebody? Let them
It has
get
nothing to
talk.
do with none of you guys. You guys are all beautiful, but I'm sorry, man.
All right, your name and age.
She's the
Diamond, 28.
All right, and Diamond, why did you have your balloon unpopped?
He's pretty handsome, so I didn't really see anything wrong with him. I was just getting to hear what he had to say some more. So, yeah, that's why I kept my balloon.
Sounds good. And why'd you end up popping her balloon?
I was just drawn to, the other woman. That's all.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, let's head on back this way. So we do have 4 ladies left. Go ahead and ask
That
them
was
a
kinda,
question.
she should have let him talk first. I
right.
feel like she should have let him at least talk to everybody at least once. Sure, you got time constraints maybe on the show, but we didn't quit all that extra chit chat you be doing in the beginning. Like, she should have at least gave him a chance to at least talk to him once or ask him a question or something. You know what I mean? Like, to see a response, because he just had to pop old girl, just basically off looks. And that's kind of you could say it's shallow, but then as you see the reoccurring trend, if you watch the other versions, part 1 and part 2, or even if you watch this whole video in its full or entirety, the actual show, so far everybody has popped that woman's balloon first. Everybody. Sorry if y'all, I'm a little bit sniffly. I don't know what's going on. I think pollen and all that crap's starting to kick up here in Panama. But like I said, if you ain't noticed, everybody's been popping a balloon or her balloon first. And I ain't trying to be mean or nothing, because all of them are very beautiful ladies, all well established. It sounds like the one who just got her balloon popped. I think she's military or ex-military, something like that. So she ain't no slouch, or at least didn't used to be. Perhaps I was in the military, some slouches in there, but I'm gonna assume she wasn't. But it's that. What is the word, man? Shallowness a little bit. Everybody got it somewhat, and women have they want their men with 6 packs and all that stuff too. That's fine, nothing wrong with that. But us men, we like our shapely women as well. Not saying that woman wasn't shapely or shapely enough, and she tickles a lot of people's fancy. I like thicker girls too a little bit to a degree. But if I had to pick out of the 5, and I ain't know none of them, I probably would have popped her balloon too. Biasly, I would have popped the one that's just short one next to her, because I just don't like her personality personally so far. But that's just bias. Going off of flat out looks, I probably would have popped her balloon first too.
Ladies, how would you take care of our household in a relationship?
Good question.
Okay,
I guess.
let's start over here. Name and age first.
Hi, I'm Kishwan and I'm 30. And how I would take care of the house, I would clean it, of course. The dishes, I would just keep everything tidy because I'm a very clean person. I can't have a dirty fridge or anything messy or out of place. But I would also say that if you come home and you see me starting to be worn out from doing all of that, I would also, it'd be very nice if my man would come help me handle.
Whoa, he didn't ask that. He didn't ask that. He didn't ask that. Ma'am? Pop? He didn't ask you all that. Like, he didn't say, he said, how would you keep the house in order, basically? And she said, I would clean, do some dishes and stuff like that. But if I'm getting overwhelmed, I want my... He didn't ask you that. He didn't say, how are you going to keep the house clean, and how is my woman going to keep the house clean without me? He didn't ask you that, honey. Man, like y'all be talking yourselves out of shit sometimes.
The house, especially if it's a big house, because I plan to live in a nice home. So
If she plans to live in a nice home, you hear that? Especially if it's a big house, because I plan to live in a nice home. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Okay, and I plan for your ass to clean it the fuck up and shut up doing it. Like, you want to be in a big home, but then you want to be like, oh, I might be overwhelmed cleaning it. That's what you wanted. You wanted the big home. If you think you're going to be overwhelmed cleaning up, then maybe you should want a smaller house, perhaps. You see what I'm saying? Like, use that up there. Don't be like, oh, I want a mansion, but then be like, and complain about cleaning the mansion. That's a stupid thing to complain about. And yes, ain't nothing wrong with a man come home and helping cleaning up and shit like that, especially if you the one dirtying the shit up. I clean. I cook. I cooked last night. Well, obviously, right? I cook every night that I cook or that I eat. It's just me. But after I cook, while I'm cooking, I clean the dishes. I'm cleaning the dishes while I'm cooking. When I'm done, I clean the rest of the dishes. I eat and then I clean the rest of the dishes. So my food doesn't get cold, you know? Hold on real quick. I gotta blow my nose. Alright, my bad, I'm back. But yeah, so like I said, if you want to have a mansion, that's totally fine. You know, you want a big house, that's totally fine. But be prepared to do what it takes to maintain that big place. Because a man will have a big ass house like that and still clean it on his own, won't complain. And that's the thing I think a lot of people don't understand, a lot of women rather don't understand. When we have our own shit, some dudes just be dirty as a motherfucker. That's the dude who really needs you the most, because he just trash ball, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just dirty, ain't doing what he need to do. And honestly, he might need to fix some shit in himself first. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think you should just have a dirty house. Don't give a fuck who you are. Do what you want. But like I said, for me, for example, I clean the dishes as I cook. I learned that from my mom. She cleaned up as she cooked. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, that's what I do. I cook, I clean it up as I'm doing it. I've dated women who didn't clean up as they cook. Now, when a woman's cooking for me, I like to clean up to help. This is how I help. I like to clean up while she's cooking. Right? I go behind her and I start cleaning up stuff. Because, you know, that helps out. But I think a lot of times we get caught up in oh, I'm doing this, then what are you doing? And it's like, worry about doing what you're supposed to be doing, and everything else is getting taken care of. If the bills are being paid, the house is maintained for the most part, and all you doing is cleaning up, then quit worrying about anything else. Just clean it up. Especially if you ain't working. Like, how is cleaning up the house and shit like that so burdened, like so much of a burden that you're just like exhausted? And I know a lot of women will be like, well, I don't get no time off. Neither does the man. We gotta go to work, and then come home and still have work. So what rest are we getting as well? You can rest somewhere throughout the day. If the kids go to school, you chilling. Because you ain't cleaning up that much. Or you ain't cleaning up at all if you gotta clean up all day, every day. Unless you got like 17 fucking kids running around the house. And if that's the case, stop having fucking kids. I'm like, what the hell? Alright, so you shouldn't be putting that much on your plate. Cleaning up behind 2 people or a couple of kids and you and y'all shouldn't be that hard. So, I don't know.
not an apartment for the rest of my life, so I would take care of it very well, and I'll also cook. I know how to cook, so you don't have to worry about that. Yes.
We got it.
Over here, your name and age and answer to his question.
Ane, 29.
Who don't know how to cook right
And
now?
of course, like she said, you know,
If you
cooking
can't
and cleaning, I
cook
think
and
that's a
you
must. I
20-something.
love to cook. I don't want to be the only one cleaning, so definitely want to, you know, share those responsibilities. But I like to keep a happy house.
wanna
You
be the
know, I
only one
think
cleaning.
when we get stuck in a little routine at home, that can be.
Okay. You don't want to be the only one cleaning. Is he the only one working? Is he the only one fixing the cars? Is he the only one painting or fixing anything in the house? You see, y'all don't be wanting to y'all don't want to be the only one doing the only few things that we require y'all to do. You don't want to be the only one cleaning, but all you got to do is clean. That's your only actual, like, full-on, fledged job in the house. Make sure it's clean. That's it, right? A man has to fix whatever, protect the house. He's and I say fix whatever, I mean that goes for cars and crib, any kind of maintenance, any sort of thing like that. Still buying all the stuff, paying for it, right? Sometimes they'll send y'all ass to the store. We'll send y'all ass to the store, should I say, to go pick it up, stuff like that. But a lot of times we going with you. We going with you most of the time. And then we work. All you will have to usually do is cooking clean. That's it. And you trying to tell me that you don't want to do it? You don't want to be the only one cooking and cleaning? Why? When did cooking and cleaning become harder than getting a job and working? Y'all would rather go get told by a boss that you only got so many sick days and that you better get this shit done by a certain quota and come home and treat your man like he ain't the real important person. Y'all do anything for y'all boss at work. Oh, cause he paid me. So is your man. How are you living in this house? And if I work, I pay bills. Not all the time. Sometimes y'all work and put that money in y'all pocket. Or you pay like a light bill or some goofy shit. Like you ain't paying nothing else. Like my mom pays a light bill, I think enough, just to be doing something. Just to be doing something. My dad pays everything else. Everything else is paid for. She don't pay for shit. And you think he need her to pay the light bill? Hell no. But she cook. And she enjoys cooking. She won't allow, well no, it's some food that he cooks because everybody just likes it better when he cooks it. And that's okay. And that's what I'm saying. We'll take over sometimes. Like when it comes to cooking some things, I like to cook some things. But I don't want to be stuck cooking all the time, especially if I'm working. I want the food to be like shit, fuel me while I'm making the money. Is it really that hard to understand, ladies? Damn.
A little boring, so I like to keep it fun because that's the place of our peace. So, yeah.
Thank you. And then over here, your name and age and answer to his question.
I'm Jabria. I'm 29. So I have a pretty busy schedule. So I've adapted a technique that works for me as far as like cleaning my house. So like cleaning as I go midweek, like Tuesdays used to be my work from home days. So I really would deep clean Tuesdays, and Sundays are always a reset for me. But I'm going to be realistic. Like I'm going through OCS, like I have changes coming on. So I hire sometimes people to clean my house because if I don't have the time, then that's just easier for me. So it may not be me always cleaning, but the house would be clean. Like, yeah, so.
What's OCS mean?
Officer Candidate School.
Oh, yeah. I actually knew that, but just want to make sure.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Your name and age and answer to his question.
Yes, Jessica, 27. I look at it as like a partnership, and so wherever what needs to be taken care of, I don't look at it as, oh, you are a woman or you are a man, so therefore you are assigned these gender roles. I look at it as, okay, what needs to be taken care of? This is a partnership. If I see, for example, I'm just going to use this scenario. If just because there is this societal standard that, oh, men should go out and do this and that. God forbid if you were to lose your job or something happened to you, I would step up and do what I have to do. It's no question about it. It's not he's a man.
I love Keke Palmer. This is what I call her. Because in episode 2, or the second person that came out, she said that she would have Keke Palmer play her in the movie. That was the question I was asked. And I can't remember their names. So Keke Palmer is what I call her. And I love this woman. Like, she won me over. The one that's gone already, there was one that was in here earlier, or the last two. She was in all black at the back end. She was super lazy, but she was like the most attractive to me. But low-key, she was lazy. Her balloon should have been popped several times. Still. Like, technically speaking, Miss Pink right here, Keke Palmer, is the best of the lineup. She's the most absolute well-rounded, well-spoken. She always has an answer. It's always a good answer. She has her head on super straight. She's very beautiful, and she has goals and aspirations that she's doing. I don't know why these bugs like to fly around you in your face. I mean, I am outside on the balcony because it's beautiful out here. And it's like, why did I move out in Panama if I'm going to be in the house doing this kind of stuff? But anyway, yeah, I just love this woman. She is just gold standard to me. I love her responses. And she's absolutely correct. It doesn't have to be gender assigned roles for everything. It's just typically, well, Kinda. I mean, God made it that way, unfortunately, for y'all to feel like that completely. But I mean, if you want to do something else, you can, right? Like, but typically a man's gone out of the house, and he's, that way. It's kind of like, who's gonna clean up? If you're not gone, then why wouldn't you be the one cleaning up, right? If both of y'all are working, then yeah, y'all gotta share responsibilities. And I mean, you share responsibilities regardless, but it's more like the stuff that you would typically be like, okay, the person who's home all the time would do this. Well, ain't nobody home all the time, so when one person's home, you know what I'm saying, that person should be taking care of that if it needs to be done. The trick is to not get with dirty people, right? I'm not a dirty person. I'm not getting with a cluttery ass person. I'm not getting with somebody who takes all their clothes out of the closet to find one outfit and then leaves the shit sitting everywhere. It's a lot of women like that. I ain't getting with you. That's dirty. Like, put your shit away. Why you need to? You know what you got. You know what your clothes look like. You need to lay it out every time and then leave it out. No. So like stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not making a mess, it's not much mess you have to clean up, right? I never really have to clean up much. Sweeping, mopping, and washing dishes is the majority of what has to be done. Wiping off some counters sometimes because it gets dusty here for no damn reason. But I love this woman. She's awesome. Her answers are always great.
And so he has to do this. It's a partnership. I don't look at numbers 50-50, 25. No, I don't look at that. I look at it as, what can I do to step into this role to help my man, and vice versa.
Powerful.
I would have walked down and
Okay, I'm gonna have you pop one balloon based off of
everybody else's balloon already.
anything you've heard
The
so
show
far
would've
and what
been
you've
over for
seen.
me. I would have been popping
Okay,
balloons all day. Like, all right, I like her.
They all had like really good answers.
I know, they did.
So that's really hard. But
And what hurts Kiki Palmer is, I think,
okay.
dudes be liking like dark skinned girls. See, she finna get popped. Okay. Thank
All right, so why did you have your balloon unpopped?
I just wanted to hear him out. I mean, I like his style. He's handsome, so yeah.
Nice. And why'd you end up popping her balloon?
the camera pans.
I resonated more with the other answers. It has nothing to do with what she said. Honestly, this is hard. Yeah.
I like this style.
Thank you.
Okay, let's head back. We do have 3 ladies left. Go ahead and ask them another question.
Okay. I'm gonna be different.
Okay.
So imagine this is a scenario-based question. So imagine we're going to an event, ladies, and we have to take my mother with me. Who is sitting in the front seat and who is sitting in the back seat?
Sheesh. Okay, let's start down there. Ooh. Okay, let's start here and then we'll go over there.
Kiki.
Sorry, so I would definitely want to sit in the front seat. But I just kind of have a question. How do you manage your relationship with your mom? It kind of sounds like
No. Okay, hold on. Let me let her ask.
there's a tug with.
There's actually
Your
no
mom
tug of
and your-
war. This is
okay.
a question that I was asking because I just wanted to gauge your mindset.
Yeah.
Right. How does she get okay? Because it sounds like there's a tug of how. He asked a simple question. Everybody's mom should be important to them. You too, lady. This lady, your mom should be important to you as well, ma'am. Right? You wouldn't want him to meet your mom and be like, bitch, get out of my way. Right? Like, everybody's mom should be important. To them, at least. At the very least. Right? And the other person should respect that person's mom because that's how your partner got there in the first place, right? So it's like, hey, thank you. It's all about respect. Even the Bible says you're supposed to respect your parents. So it should be a clear-cut, easy answer. Mom Duke's sitting in the front. We sitting in the back. At the very least, I'm gonna sit up front and y'all two can sit in the back. If she want to sit in the back, but Mom Duke's always gonna sit up front. That's that. Like, it's not even just about respect, it's about space. She might not want to be back there. You know what I'm saying? Like, sit with your ass. And she might want to sit with her kid, but I mean, like, then you feel isolated, alienated. And I don't want to sit away from my partner either if I don't have to. Because the Bible also says you're supposed to leave home and cling to your family, your new family, your partner. So, of course, I'm going to sit in the back with my partner. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes the most sense. That should have been an easy answer. And then Kiki Palmer popped her balloon. That's the first time I've seen her do anything. I'm like, oh man, why? I want to know what her answer is because women be jumping to a conclusion for no reason.
You know,
I'm definitely a passenger princess.
my mother is the type of lady that would want my lady to sit in the front seat.
Okay.
You know, so I just wanted to see, you know, where your mind was at
Okay.
in that regards. So,
Okay. Did that answer your question?
yeah. Yeah, it answers.
No, you asked the question.
And what about here?
Yeah, I was literally going to say right when you said that, I'm definitely sitting in the front. I mean, I would love your mother just like how you love your mother, not as much, but I don't want to be disrespected. I don't want I don't want to be with a mama's boy. That's absolutely not going to happen.
And,
Yeah, it's just a respect thing. Yeah.
it was honestly just a respect thing. I just wanted to see if,
sound definitely
you know,
fine.
like, you would just like be humbled enough to be like, oh ma, you
Like,
can sit
like,
here,
why is the
and then
front
she'd be
seat-
like,
why is it even
no,
that?
you are the wife.
Maybe if she had a disability or something, of course she could sit in the front. I would never like if she had a walker.
I don't have a car out here, right? I wasn't thinking about the fact that I would be the one driving and who sits up front. In that regard, okay, if I'm the one driving, Mom Dukes honestly should be sitting in the back anyway. She getting chauffeured. My mom would wholeheartedly be sitting in the back. she would just sit in the back. When all of us are in the car anyway, my mom sits in the back anyway. Sometimes I'll be like, all right, like even if my dad driving, she'll be like, no, you sit up front. She wants to sit in the back. So everybody is different, I think, but you just give them the choice. Really, the right answer is wherever she want to sit. That, ladies, from now on, in case you didn't know, the right answer is wherever she wants to sit, she can sit. Because you don't know if she wants to sit in the front or in the back. You don't know. You don't know who that person is or how that person is. The correct answer is wherever she wants to sit, she can sit. Like, if it's like a first date, second date, y'all getting to know each other, you probably shouldn't bring your mama on, right? But if y'all already together, y'all at home together, y'all a lot of places together, I think you can manage not sitting right next to your partner the whole fucking time, right? You're still there. You can still talk. But if your mom is there anyway, it's going to be certain conversation that's not even going to be had in the car anyway. So it really don't matter where you sit. You're still able to talk. So, I don't know.
Something I don't know how old your mother is, but
Yeah.
of course. But if that's not the case,
She would choose the lady
Yes.
first for sure, but I just wanted to see where my
Sure.
shit was. That's all.
And then we did get a pop balloon.
Yes,
Let's
ma'am.
go down over here. Why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I'll just start off by saying that I do find you handsome, and I like what you were saying earlier and the fact that you articulated what you liked and your desires and things along those lines. For me, the reason why I popped it was because of the question itself. Just in the past, I've gotten questions like that, and I've heard questions like that on social media, and there's always been like a frenzy around those. And for me, I just did not see the significance in the question being asked. And that's just me personally. I just didn't see the significance in it. When I think about myself and my significant other, husband or something in the future, I'm not thinking about, oh, I'm going to let his mother sit in the front. I'm going to sit in the front. I'm always going to be respectful of my elders, of course, always and forever. But that's not the first thing that comes to my mind of, well, I'm going to go ahead and let her sit up in the front because of this, or I'm going to sit up in the front. I don't think about stuff like that. And so when you asked that question, it was more so of me, I'm not going to have an answer because it's not like I'm going to blatantly disrespect your mother or she would blatantly disrespect me or expect me to sit up in the front. For me, it was just more so of I didn't see the point of the question being asked.
Mindset.
And you know what? This is why I like Kiki Palmer, man. Because valid. Who gives a fuck? Because the only actual answer, which all she had to say if she thought he was attractive, was wherever she wants to sit. And then she could have just stayed in the race and seen. But if she thought the question was invalid, she probably was like, I don't like where this dude's mindset is at, perhaps. And she said it was because of past issues. Again, that's something that we got to deal with. So, I mean, that's valid. That's fair. So, I can't be mad at that. I can't be mad at what she just said. Again, all of her answers are always spot on. I was almost like, oh, man, what could she be saying? And what she said makes a ton of sense. Like, I ain't thinking about that shit. I don't care what she said. Like, I ain't gonna disrespect her. I ain't trying to be disrespected, but I don't give a damn what she said. That doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. That's not an important question to ask. Kudos. I agree.
Good thing. That's all. It wasn't nothing specific. I just wanted to see where your mind was at. because my mother is the type of lady that respects my lady first, you know. So she would definitely choose you and tell me like, no, let her sit in the front. You
I
know?
respect that, and I mean,
I just wanted to see where your mind was at, like with the humbleness and all of that.
oh yes, and I'm very humble. I don't want that to be confused. I'm very humble, and I do respect my elders. I love elderly people. I hang around them all the time. Anybody who knows me can say that I'm very respectful towards the elderly, and I would put them before me. For me, it was just more so of the question itself and the frenzy, social media, and I'm not trying to connect the two. But for me, I just didn't see the point of asking that question. And I know I know the intention behind it, but the impact it had on me with it, and the point of asking, I'm like, well, he may not like my answer, or something along those lines. So yeah.
Roger that.
All right, now she's someone that's your type.
Of course. She's a nice girl.
Thank you. Okay, we've got 2 ladies left. Ladies, any questions for our
I
guy?
got strong arms and
You
this
do?
and that.
Okay, let's start over here. What's your question?
So, what do you value most in your relationships?
I value respect. I value loyalty.
Now,
Somebody
everything
who's
you
willing
value the
to
most.
try
Respect. That's
and
the
not
only
give up.
actual answer. I
You know,
value my
because
respect.
life is full of ups, downs. Y'all be willing to go with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I value my respect. You don't gotta answer all the rest of that shit. I value my respect because everything else falls in line. If someone respects you, they're gonna treat you right. They're gonna make sure they're not disrespecting you. Your time matters. What you do, how you do it, what they do, how they do it around you, even not around you, all matters because they have respect for you. It all starts with respect. The moment you don't have that, you don't got shit. Especially in a relationship, you don't got a damn thing if there ain't no respect there. So, I value my respect.
sorry, can I ask multiple?
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
Did we talk about kids yet? Do you have kids?
I have no kids,
Okay, you want kids?
of course.
And are you marriage minded?
Am I what?
Marriage minded.
That is the goal. Within
Okay.
the next 2 years or 3 years, 5 years, yeah,
Okay. Okay.
with intention.
All right. That's all I have for now.
Okay. Any questions over here?
I was just going to ask like what his 5-year plan was. And if it didn't have marriage in it, it would have been a huge pop.
Okay.
But a question that I would have, oh, so where are you from? Well, like where are you located?
All right, so I am from the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia. Shout out to Baltimore too.
My sister and my nieces live out in Maryland.
So
Not a,
I commute from Maryland to Virginia a lot because of work.
Oh, I have family in Virginia. That's crazy.
So
And where are you?
Oh, I'm in California. Yes.
that's fun.
Yeah, it's a bit of a distance. So what does respect look like to you in a relationship?
oh yeah, y'all, I had an emergency phone call to take real quick. I had to rewind it a little bit because it kept going when I stopped it.
But a question that I would have, oh, so where are you from? Well, like where are you located?
All right, so I am from the DMV, DC, Maryland.
I'm in California.
Yeah, right there.
Yes.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's a bit of a distance. So what does respect look like to you in a relationship? Because I would say like respect is lacking a lot in relationships. A lot of people say I love you and still hit you, love you and still cheat on you. So what does respect look like?
Respect is just that. Like, my woman is my queen. You know, I want her. I want her
I know I talk shit
decision
about her
in everything I
being hella
do.
masculine
So
in
I'm
some
gonna
ways,
always
but-
confide in her, and we're gonna do it as a
Ain't no
team.
wrong or strong.
It's never just my mindset. It's what we can
What you
do.
both
It's a partnership. That's how I see it. So yeah,
Also, do you drink?
yeah.
Or okay. Do
I
you-
drink sometimes. Yeah.
Okay. Do
Occasionally.
you smoke weed?
No, ma'am. The type of work I do, you know, like I said, government contract.
Yes.
I can't.
So you don't like have substance abuse issues or with alcohol, anything like that?
No.
Okay. I mean, I just have to make sure. I gotta make sure.
I can't be with
You never
anybody.
know.
Yeah, I can't be with anybody who's into that lifestyle because of my work, the nature of my job. So
Sorry, one more question. Sorry.
Okay. Come on, girl.
Last one. Do you prioritize like your health, fitness, nutrition, anything like that?
yes, ma'am. So right now I'm like on a fitness journey. It's gonna take at least a year. You know, it's not like a 3-month thing. I'm gonna have to do this thing for a year to see where it's at. So yeah, I
Have
eat
you
right.
and you started?
I started.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's just where it's at. I just keep going every day.
Okay.
All right.
It's really a lifetime.
Okay.
She asked some very good and valid questions. Obviously she had men in the past that, smoked and drank, and she's like, no, I ain't trying to deal with that. Very valid. Some people don't know how to do things in moderation. I don't think it's anything wrong to a degree sometimes with, smoking or drinking if you do it in moderation, right? If you ain't getting zapped on the couch, falling asleep on the couch, you got shit to do. Or you just being like a boring ass idiot because all you do is smoke and you can't even think straight. Like, that's stupid. But some people, they like to smoke. I used to smoke a lot back in the day, like a lot more. Oh, sweet. But yeah, I used to smoke. So for me, it's like, I'm talking about, I used to get zapped, okay? And I was still coherent. Like, I would get zapped. I probably to this day feel like I can outsmoke Snoop Dogg, and that's a bold claim, and I mean that, right? When I say that, I mean that. And you're like, man, he an OG. You ain't finna outsmoke. I mean that. I ain't saying I can outsmoke. How about this? I can smoke on par with him. If he light another blunt, I ain't gonna be like, nah, cuz I'm Gucci. I ain't never said, nah, cuz I'm Gucci. I can't smoke no more. Except for one time when I smoked on a volcano. Not an actual volcano. It's like a little machine. And it's like it fills up this bag full of smoke, vape, and then you hit the bag. Boy, that shit there that was nuts. But that ain't natural. I'm talking about like smoking a blunt. Anyway, I digress. Drinking, I'm not a big drinker, but I do like alcohol sometimes, right? I like to drink like a little bit of whiskey. I became a little bit more of a connoisseur for that. I drink a little bit, mostly a mixed drink. Because if I get like a regular drink, I can only drink so much. Because alcohol is not that tasty to me. So it's like I sip it, and then the ice will melt. I be getting more ice. It just become like a mixed drink any damn way. So I drink like 2 drinks, and it's like, that's it. I don't get drunk off that. Unless I'm like trying to drink shots. Like back in the day, I used to shots. Then I'd be, trying to get to that point. But, who does all that shit now? I don't. And I used to drink beer. I can't get drunk on beer. Like at all. I tell people that, they be like, nah, you ain't drinking enough. Nah, I can't. I mean, probably I can if it's like a 211 or some shit, some malt liquor type shit, but like straight up like just a Corona or something. So, I got a high tolerance, obviously. But yeah, so I get it. Some people don't have high tolerances. Some people are just shit brains when they do anything. They get intoxicated and they want to do it all the time, and it hinders their growth. And you don't want to deal with that. Mostly that's a man thing doing that, so I understand her plight with that. I've met a lot of women that's like that as well, but it's mostly a man thing. So, very valid.
It is time to pop. We've got 2, I know, 2 wonderful ladies left, but you do have to pick just
Please
one.
pick.
So whose are you popping?
Please pick. Oh, babe, that like the flex.
No questions, right?
No. You'll get one more when they come up here.
You guys
But for
asked
now,
The short one is like, I just don't like her.
okay, if you got a question, is it going to help you really determine between the 2 of them? Or are you going to ask just any old question? Is this question going to help you really pick?
I'll just make up my mind.
Okay. Go ahead.
But that's cool that she gave him that option.
You
though.
guys
That's
are
cool.
both
She
like,
really gonna help though.
Oh, I dropped the toothpick.
Got another one for you. Don't worry. Okay, let's go.
Can I? Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
Look at her. She
Okay,
trying to
go
get
ahead.
the old girl in the black. She trying to do the little cute eyes.
Charlie, I'm a nice guy. Okay, just remember that. I'm sorry, but you guys, her eyes was doing something to me. So.
Oh, okay. Let's come over here then. So why'd you have your balloon unpopped?
He's a nice gentleman, nice looking,
I
nice.
want to like that girl. She's
The
not
way
a
he
bad
articulated
person. I just
everything
don't
that
like her
he said. So
thought process.
That's
so
fine.
far.
I saw it was really, really tough, but
again,
why did you end up
I've
popping her
watched
balloon?
More than you.
I popped her
seen.
balloon because of the eye contact that I received from her. I just felt a spark.
You felt it, okay.
Yeah.
I noticed you trying to make that connection. I seen it.
Yeah. Because it was hard. It was hard. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, let's head on that way. I'll have you stand on that side of me, scoot over there. I'll have you stand right over here. All right, y'all. Any final question between the 2 of you?
Yes, I have 2, but they're quick.
Okay.
So how do you feel about long distance?
Where are you located?
California. I'm closer to San Diego.
It is what it is. You know, I'm willing to work with it. That's just life. You can't control that.
And then also, like, down the line, I'd like to have children. And me personally, I want to raise my children to have a very strong mindset. I don't want them to think that just because of the color of their skin, they're automatically seen as less than, or people are going to look at them or treat them a certain type of way. They have to work harder because they're black. I don't want to raise my children like that. So how would you raise your child not to have a victim mindset?
What do you mean? How?
Okay, that's easy. You know, I'm first generation Ghanaian, so life has not been easy. You know, you had to get it. If you really want it, you got to go for it. So, I mean, that's the type of mindset I would instill in the kids. You know, like nothing comes easy. You have to fight for it. So yeah, I'm gonna teach them that.
Okay, I
Yeah.
was gonna say, I don't want any new kids or woo, it's me, I'm black, I can't do anything. I don't want that.
There's no
Absolutely not.
victim mindset.
Okay.
You against you.
Okay.
That's how life works. It's
Yes.
not just it's you against you.
Okay.
Are you good? Any final question? You're good?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Well, then, is it a yes for you for him?
Yes.
And is it a yes for you for her? Is it a yes for you for her?
Yes, yes.
You said yes?
Yes, ma'am.
We got a match! Yeah! I'll take the mic. Go ahead, get your man, girl. Make some noise for them, ladies!
Yeah. That was a good one. As you see, another 40-minute episode. But hey, man, it's hard to kind of break these things down, and especially on my little tangents. So, you know, if y'all gonna follow me, you just got to deal with that. But if you don't like what I'm saying, hey, put it in the comments. If you think it should be shorter, put it in the comments. If you agree with what I'm saying, put it in the comments. Thank y'all for watching. I'm gonna do part 4. Actually, this is 46 minutes into an hour. So I'm assuming that the next person will be the last person. I'm gonna do that one, and then I'll move on to another one, and we'll go from there. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. Again, like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification to stay up to date with everything that we do put out. I am your host, Devo, and I will catch y'all on the next one.